Yeah, the message was that YouTube crashed, so I'm going to continue the broadcast. It's Drupal Cabrera up against Jake Arrieta. It's going to be a 4-6. That's ball 4. So Cabrera walks. He's on a first. And next is going to be Wilmer Flores. Here's the pitch to Flores. It's a 3-8. That ball is lined and caught by Addison Russell. For the second out, it's 1-0 Cubs here in the bottom of the second. Matt Reynolds. I'm sorry, it's Diaza. 6-10, and that's off Arrieta. It's going to be a weak ground ball to Zobrist for the third out. Well, at the end, the Mets lead 1. No hits, no errors. At the end of 2 innings of play, it's 1-0 Cubs. We go to the top of the third. In the top of the third is going to be Ben Zobrist leading off against Jake Arrieta. I'm sorry, against Bartolo Colon. Pop-up, 1 away to the shortstop. Cabrera makes the out. Here's Jason Hayward. He flied out last at bat. So 1-11. That's a card hit ground ball right at the third baseman Flores. Wilmer across the diamond for the second out. And now it's Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant grounded to the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. So swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Colon. And the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Cubs. Jake Arrieta is going to be facing Darno Colon and lead off Nimmo. Here's Travis. The ball is lined and caught by the third baseman Bryant. 1 away. Bartolo Colon. 4-6. That's ball 4. So Colon walks. Cardinalson, number 1. Never walk the 9th place batter when he's a pitcher. Brandon Nimmo went out, runner on first. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Cubs. 4-11. It's a ground ball pitcher X. We rolled a 10. Jake Arrieta is a 1. And that's a ball that Arrieta just can't get a hold of. He boots it. It's an E1. First and second. First and second now. So Arrieta makes an error. Uncharacteristically, he's a 1. So I had Arrieta's batting stats wrong. He's actually, instead of a 1 batter, he's an 8 batter, which is, I think, one of the better batters. A lot of hits there. So we're going to replace those cards. So I've screwed up this game already a few times. Just got started real quick. Didn't plan everything out properly. Okay, so it's first and second in the bottom of the third with 1 out, and it's going to be Walker and Cespedes. Here's the pitch to Walker, who is 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. So 1-9. Ball is a fly ball, center field. Center fielder Hayward comes over, squeezes it for the second out. Now it's going to be Yoenis Cespedes. And that's a 6-4. That's a fly ball to left for the third out. So the Mets leave 2, and after 3 innings of play, it's 1-0 Cubs. We're going to the top of the fourth. It's going to be Anthony Rizzo. That's a 5-4. It's a ground ball shortstop. Shortstop Cabrera handles it. 1 away. Wilson Contreras, I'm sorry, Contreras. He is playing left field today. Say 2-7. That's a fly ball to left. Nimmo's out there and makes the catch. And it's Miguel Montero, 1-8. It's a ground ball, hit of Flores, across the diamond. High throw, but he's out. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Cubs. Mets coming to bat. Loney, Cabrera, and Wilmer Flores. Here's the pitch to Loney. So 1-7. It's a pop-up to the right side. First baseman Rizzo calls it 1 away. Cabrera, 5-9. And that ball is lifted to deep left field. Back goes the left fielder, Contreras, and makes a nice running catch. He hit it a ton, but just not enough. Wilmer Flores, 2 outs now. Wilmer Flores 0 for 1. He lined out. 6-12, and that's a ground out. Second baseman Zobrist. He's got it for the 3rd out. We'll go top of the 5th. 1-0 Cubs. Russell is 1 for 1. He hit a home run. It's the only run for the Cubs so far. Here's the pitch from Colon. It's a fly ball right field. Back goes the right fielder, De Aza, and makes a catch. 1 away. Chris Coughlin, he struck out in his first at bat. It's a 4-2. Fly ball again. To left field this time. 2nd out. And the pitcher, Arrieta. And that's going to be a 6-4. That ball is lined and caught by Loney at first for the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Cubs. Against Arrieta in the bottom of the 5th is going to be De Aza d'Arnaud, the catcher for the Mets, and Colon. Here's the pitch to De Aza, 3-5. That's a strikeout. And that's his 2nd strikeout, Arrieta's 2nd strikeout of the day. Travis d'Arnaud now. 6-6. Fly ball right field. 2 out. And it's Colon. 1-5. Ground ball. Shortstop. Russell throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 6th. 1-0 Cubs. In the top of the inning against Colon is going to be the top of the order. Zobrist, Hayward, and Bryant. Here's a pitch to Zobrist. It's a 4-2, and that's a fly ball to left. Nimmo's there, out number 1. Hayward, it's going to be a 2-7, and that's a strikeout. That's Colon's 3rd strikeout. 2 away. And Chris Bryant is 0 for 2. It's a 5-9. That's a ball hit deep to center field. Back goes Cespedes to the track, to the wall, looks up, and adios, amigo. That ball's out of here. It's 2-zip Cubs. I bet Colon wishes he had that pitch back. And it's Rizzo. 110. It's a ground ball right back to Colon. Colon feels his position for the 3rd out. But here in the top of the 6th, the Cubs pick up 1 run on 1 hit, the home run by Chris Bryant. And they lead it 2-0 now. In the bottom of the 6th, it's going to be Nimmo, who's 1 for 2. Reached both times, once on the single and once on the error by Arrieta. Here's a pitch. 3-8. That's a walk. Ball 4. Tying run is now at the plate. We need somebody to get a hold of one. Here's Neil Walker. Pitch from Arrieta. 5-3. It's a ground ball shortstop. 8. Shortstop is a 1. That's a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs now. It's going to be Cespedes. And that's a 4-11. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And it's an 18. Pitcher's a 1. Roll again. 16. That's a ball that Arrieta flips to Rizzo for the 3rd out. At the end of 6 innings of play, it's 2-0 Cubs. We go to the top of the 7th. And the top of the 7th, Colon's facing Contreras, Montero, and Russell. And that's a 4-8 off Colon. That ball is line drive. Base hit for Contreras. He's on at first. Montero's going to bunt. A 10. Don't know that a 10 is a successful sacrifice. Batter is safe, so no, it's not. It's a fielder's choice. So Montero's on. 1 out. Here's Addison Russell. He's homered. 3-4. That's ball 4. First and second now. And it looks like the Mets are going to pull Colon. It's going to be Goodell. Eric Goodell. And Eric Goodell was 2-2 with a 4.54 ERA. So he's in there facing Coughlin and then the pitcher. Here's the pitch to Chris Coughlin. He's 0 for 2. And it's going to be 3-7. And that ball is line drive, base hit. And the bases are loaded. Montero is going to have to stop at third. Russell at second. And Coughlin's on with a single. It's going to be Jake Arrieta. Whatever. Mets just don't want to column 2 roll on Jake Arrieta's card. Got a lot of hits there. Say 1-6. That'll do. That's a strikeout. Oh. 2nd out. And bases are still loaded here with 2 outs. And it's Ben Zobrist. Ben Zobrist is 1 for 3. Here's Goodell's pitch to Zobrist. It's going to be a 5-10. That's a ground ball shortstop. And it's a 6. We should be good. And that's Cabrera. He flips it to Walker for the force. And after 6.5, it's 2-0 Cubs. Cubs leave the bases loaded in that inning. And it's going to be Loney, Cabrera, and Wilmer Flores against Jake Arrieta. Here's the pitch to Loney. Loney is 0 for 2 on the day. It's a 6-5. That's a strikeout. His 3rd strikeout. And next up is Cabrera. So 1-6, and that's a strikeout. 2 away. And it's Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores is 0 for 2. 1-6, and that's hit up the middle and through for a base hit to center field. So Wilmer is on with a single, and it's De Aza. So 1-4, and that's a hard hit ground ball right to Arrieta. Takes a few steps towards first, and that's the end of the inning. So the Mets lead 1, and at the end of 7 innings of play, it's 2-0 Cubs. We go to the top of the 8th. In the top of the 8th, against Goodell, it's going to be Hayward, Bryant, and Rizzo. Hayward's 0 for 3. 4-9. That's a ball lifted to deep center field. Back goes Cespedes to the track, to the wall. He looks up, and that's out of here. Adios, amigo for Hayward. And what we're doing now is we think it's going to be a pitching change. Is Bryant a lefty? Blah, blah, blah. He's a righty. Rizzo is a lefty. Okay, so we're going to let Goodell go one more batter, Bryant, then we're going to bring in Blevins. Say 5-4. That's a catcher's card X. Our catcher is a 3. It's an 11. It's a foul out. Nice catch by Darno. 1 away. And now it's going to be Jerry Blevins to face the lefty Rizzo. Not that that matters, lefty righty. I'm just playing the basic. And we're going to see a double switch. It's going to be Johnson in left field. And Diaz is out. Nimmo goes to right field. And Blevins is in Diaz's spot. Okay. Let's grab Blevins. Here's a pitch to Bryant. Bryant is, I'm sorry, here's the pitch to Rizzo. Rizzo is 1 for 3, singled in the first. It's a 3-9. It's a fly ball lifted to right field. Taking a few steps back is the right fielder, Nemo. And that's a second out. Wilson Contreras now. That's a 6-2, and that's a ground ball. Chopped to second baseman. Walker over to first. Out number 3. After 7.5, it's 3-0. Cubs. They pick up a home run. They pick up a home run in this inning by Hayward. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Darno, Johnson, and Nimmo. Here's the pitch from Arrieta. Arrieta so far has given up 2 hits. Allowed only 2 hits so far. Here's a pitch to Darno. So 4-7. That's ball 4. Walked him on 4 straight pitches. Kelly Johnson's up. So 5-9. Decide or die. Let's see what the decide or die says. Oh, it's a ball lifted deep left field. Back goes the left fielder, Contreras, to the track and makes the catch. Just missed a home run on that one. And top of the order, Nimmo with 1 out and runner on first in the bottom of the 8th. It's Cubs 3, Mets nothing. Mets haven't been able to get their offense going at all. It's a 2-6, and that's a ball hit up the middle and through for a base hit. First and second now. Darno's at second. Nimmo's on at first. So now the tying run comes to the plate. There's action in the Cubs bullpen, and it's going to be Neil Walker. Here's the pitch to Walker. Say 3-10, and that's ball 4. Bases loaded for the Mets here in the bottom of the 8th. They're down 3-0. There's only 1 out, and it's going to be Cespedes, Loney, and Cabrera coming to bat. Here's the pitch to Cespedes. Say 412, and that's a weak ground ball hit to the first baseman. That's going to score a run. In comes d'Arnaud. To third goes Nimmo, and Walker to second. So it's 2 outs now with the tying run at second base. And it's going to be James Loney. James Loney's 0 for 3 on the day, so he's due. Here's the pitch to Loney. 3-1 ball game. Say 6-6. That won't do it. It's a fly ball lifted to right. Coughlin squeezes it for the third out. The Mets leave 2 men on. They score 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's 3-1 now. We go to top of the 9th. It's going to be Montero. And it looks like Mets are going to have a new pitcher. No, Montero's a lefty, so it works out. Here's Blevins to Montero. Blevins doesn't usually go more than an inning. 5-7. That's a strikeout. And I think that's it, because I believe the next batter is going to be a righty, and he's not going to go to anybody else. No. Addison Russell. So we're going to get Reed coming in. Addison Reed. Addison Reed had a tremendous season in 2016. Addison Reed was 4-2 with a 1.97 ERA. He's going to come in and pitch to Addison Russell with 1 out, and then Chris Coughlin. Here's the pitch to Russell, and it's a 3-3. It's a ground ball right back at Reed. He feels his position. Out number 2. Now it's Coughlin. 3-5. And that ball is laced into the alley. Hustling over to get it is Cespedes. But Coughlin is on its second with a stand-up double. And we're going to see a hitter for Arrieta. Pinch hitter for Arrieta, and then we're going to look at, we're probably going to see Edwards coming in. Pinch hitter is going to be Baez. And then it's going to be Edwards. Don't know exactly who the Cubs had as a closer at this point. I know they had closer troubles that year because they ended up getting Rondon was their closer for a point till a point, and then they ended up getting Chapman. I don't know if you remember him in the World Series. So Baez is gonna pinch hit. Here's the pitch from Reed to Baez. Say 4-8, and that's a strikeout. So Baez strikes out, batting for Arrieta in the top of the 9th. He strikes out for the third out. All right. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. The score is 3-1 Cubs. It's going to be Carl Edwards Jr. coming in to pitch to Cabrera, Wilmer Flores, and the pitcher spot. Probably see a pinch hitter for that spot. And it's probably going to be Lagares. Okay. Here's the pitch from Edwards to Cabrera. Cabrera's 0 for 2. So 111. That's a ground ball right back to Edwards. And he throws him out. One away now in the bottom of the ninth, 3-1 Cubs. It's off of Edwards' card, a 5-8, and that's a strikeout. Gets Wilmer on that swinging. And it's going to be a pinch hitter for Reed. And we're going to see Lagares, Juan Lagares. Here's the pitch to Lagares. It's a 1-6. And that ball is lined and caught by Bryant at third. So that's 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the ninth. The Mets lose it by a score of 3-1. And their record now falls to 43-37. 6 games above 500 at almost a halfway mark in game number 80. July 2nd. We have one more game against the Cubs, and that's